Hello ECS140A, my name is Martin and I'm making this video to help you get started on homework 5. So homework 5 is about programming in Prolog, and hopefully with this assignment you'll gain some experience designing and implementing Prolog programs. The homework assignment is divided into 3 parts. The first part is just about making simple queries. The second part involves writing some predicates to manipulate lists, basic task in programming. And the third part is about solving a fun puzzle, a fun classic puzzle in Prolog, and it is very challenging. So to get started, go to SmartSite, download the zip file, and I use Kotlin as my development environment, so I then drag and drop the zip file into my files in Kotlin.com. So it's marked the zip files available here. I have already downloaded it, so I will simply drag and drop into my files. And now when I open the folder, I can see several files. So in the first file is just a hints file. Read through that carefully. The second file, homework5.pl, is where your solutions are going to go. The third file, output.correct, is a reference output. This is the output that you should get after running test.sh. Okay, and part1.facts.pl is a database of facts written in Prolog, which I'll discuss more later. And test.pl is a Prolog program that will be used to test your solutions, okay? And I will discuss this a little more later too. Test.sh is a script that you're going to use to automatically test your solutions and compare your output with the correct output, okay? And as you know, that's where your grade is based on, so please do run this script at some point. Okay, so let's see. The first order of business is, how do you actually run a Prolog program? I put run in quotations because you're not really running it, you're loading it and querying. So I'll show you the first method, which is pretty straightforward. Open your Prolog file and then just click run. So after clicking run, I called gprolog. I loaded the file, and now I can make queries. So for example, I can ask how many units is course M16A, and I get the answer, it's 3 units. I can ask, for example, what courses has the student Amber taken, and I misspelled student. I had an extra S, and I get the answer that Amber has taken these 3 courses. He says 10, 15, and 35. Okay, so that's a simple way that you run queries. To quit, I will type halt, period, and now I stop running the program. This is the first method, and by clicking run, you're essentially running gprolog and you're consulting the file part1.facts.pl, and then you can make queries. The second method is what I would actually recommend that you use, which is start up a terminal, which I have already done here, and type gprolog. And notice if I type listing, you're going to see that there are no facts or rules defined. I haven't loaded any files, or in Prolog terminal you haven't consulted any files. So I'm going to consult. I should switch to the correct directory, number 5. I will start gprolog, and I'm going to consult part1.facts.pl, and I get a yes, which usually means that things worked as expected. So now I can type listing, and you're going to see that the facts in part1.facts.pl are loaded into the Prolog. So you can actually make a query like, which courses does Adam, the instructor, teach? And you get the answer. Okay? So now, this is the second method, which is almost identical to the first, except it's a little bit, I find it a little more flexible. Okay, so now, how do you actually test your solution? Well, as I mentioned earlier, test.sh, so back to the regular Proton view, test.sh is a script that will automatically test your solution. So let's go ahead and run it. Okay, I want to run test.sh, and as you can see, it removes the existing output, it consults the solution, and it checks for differences. So it generates this file output.yor, which contains this output, and as you can see, the output generated is nowhere close to the correct output. So I should start working on this right away. And so this is a way that you automatically test your solution. There's a manual way, which you might be interested in, because you probably don't want to test your homework or all of your homework every single time. You might just be interested in testing specific parts of your homework. So to do that, I already have gprolog open. I already loaded part1.facts.pl. So now I also want to consult my solution, homework5.pl. And I also want to consult the test.pl file. And now I can actually call the functions. So as you can see, if you read this, you'll see that ty is the main tester. And this is going to write to a file output.yor. It's going to call, well, in normal terminology, it's going to call test, and then it's going to finish with total. So what test does is it has these clauses, all these clauses which actually test your solution. So let's say I don't want to test the whole thing. I only want to test what I'm working on at the moment. So I can put that in there. Always follow your clauses, your facts with a dot, and there I get the same output as I did earlier in the output.yor, and of course I get this exception thrown because I haven't defined it, but you can ignore that for now. So this is how you manually test your solutions, and hopefully that is clear to most of you. So now, one final word: please do not hardcore the solution to part 3. Part 3 is challenging, and you probably will solve the puzzle in your head, but you should solve the puzzle using Prolog also. Okay, so do not hardcore the solution to part 3. And by that I mean don't print out the solution, actually solve it using Prolog. And as always, read the homework PDF carefully. A lot of questions that people ask are there in the description. They're usually lengthy documents. Ask for help in Piazza, ask questions during discussion, ask questions during office hours. And as always, please start early, and good luck.